Like the southern main line beyond Salisbury, the Somerset and Dorset was transferred to the western region from Shillingston, where a loop provided a passing place on the single line. A fireman's job was not all hard labour.
You were learning the road, you were helping the driver, you were keeping an eye out all the time, so you could have a look around. People shouldn't get the idea that you picked the shovel up at Bounemouth and put it down at Bath, because you didn't. You knew that your fire was made up ready when you left Bounemouth, and you would fire accordingly. If you did, you want about 3 tenderfuls of coal, wouldn't you? It was your job to keep the boiler full up so that the driver didn't have to worry about anything. And if you had a good fireman, that's all you had to concentrate on as a driver, just driving the train and keeping an eye out for the signals, because you knew that your fireman would be doing the same for you at certain places. And you got to know the road so well that the fireman would know where he had to look out. And you used to have to remember that as soon as you went by the distance signal, you had to be ready to put the tablet out. You had to keep all these things in your mind. But
Single line working had its hazards.
you had the automatic catcher, change his tablet, put that out. I mean, health and safety would never allow it today. You used to have to hang out the side with a tablet in one hand, hold on to the other hand, and you were still rattling along about 75 miles an hour, and put the tablet in and then wait for it to change over, hoping that you were going to catch it. Because if you didn't, you were about a mile down the track and had to walk back, you know, to meet the signalman coming the other way with the tablet in his hand if he found it. Because sometimes when you hit it, it would go anywhere, you know, and if he wasn't watching it, it'd take him 5 or 10 minutes to look for it. I do believe there's a story that once it bounced and they never found it, and it was found about 3 weeks later in a wagon somewhere, you know, way up north.
Somerset and Dorset tradition went deeper than a coat of paint, as Keith Sloper recalls.
We were a book connection with an up Exeter Waterloo train, and we would run in, about 2 minutes later, in would come the Exeter train, and all the passengers that we'd picked up from Blandford upwards, they would be able to catch a train to London or Salisbury or wherever they were going. Anyway, all of a sudden they brought the warships in on the West of England line, you know, and they retimed it to be a couple of minutes earlier, so then that meant we wouldn't be a book connection. So what the local railwayman, the Somerset and Dorset railwayman would do, we would go a bit faster and get to Templecombe Junction. The signalman would be a bit quick. You have the banker on you, and you whip into the station, and you just make the connection. So that went on for a little while. And all of a sudden, the powers that be at Swindon suddenly realised what was going on. They were still getting through passengers from Blandford and, you know, Stirlington, Newton and what have you. But they suddenly issued a directive to the man at Templecombe Junction that on no account must this train from Bournemouth be in the platform before the up Exeter had left, which to me was typical of how the Western Medium was trying to get rid of the West of England main line.